Chips with Respawn Machine. This is Respawn Machine. How y'all doing tonight? Good evening. Happy Wednesday. All that jazz. Hope everyone's good. I just put moisturizer on my lips, and now I feel like they look really weird. I don't know. I'm just like, and now they look, yeah, just weird. I don't really know. Anyway, Joe and Tay, hello, welcome. How are you? Good to see you guys. First, emphatically correct. And your tweet made me laugh. Good timing. Good timing. The Deku, hello. It has been a while. It's going well. How are you? Good to see you. But yeah, no, it's good that you guys updated your passwords and everything this morning. I don't know. I've seen. So yeah, Hooch was telling me it's just like a source code leak. But some other stuff I saw was like passwords and stream keys and everything. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and just gonna change everything because why not? It doesn't hurt anybody, you know. Payouts, yeah, payouts. Um, it doesn't hurt. I mean, it doesn't hurt anything to just change your info. So yeah, I don't know. Just dropping by, gonna head to bed. Okay. Sleep well wow, I am stuttering like crazy tonight. It's fine. Sleep well, Deku. Good to see you. Take care as well. Talk to you soon. Um, yeah, yeah. That's always like a good feeling when a big company manages to like release everyone's info to the internet. It's so nice. I love it. I've always had two-factor authentication on though, because actually in 2019, somebody did attempt to steal my account and like my account and all 32 followers I had at the time. Because that's where they were gonna get the big bucks, obviously. Which was like I don't know, but it was really weird. And then somehow, and I'm not really sure how this works out. Well, I don't even know what happened exactly, but somebody was making multiple attempts and I was getting notifications about it. And then I got a really sketchy text with a verification code on it, and I'm not sure what that was all about or how that would work, but I was like, you can fuck right off. I think I texted back like, no, I don't think so. Or like, yeah, you can go fuck you. Like, it was weird. It was super weird. Uh, yeah, very odd. I mean, maybe they just wanted to bot my account. I don't know. One of the craziest things was that they revealed that some large streamers were still making 25 to 50K in subs that people didn't cancel even though they haven't streamed in 2 years. Wow. Okay. That's wild to consider. Huh. I mean, I I can't even be mad at them though. Like the people who are still sub to them, like you got to check your subs every now and then. I go through my subs every couple months just to like because yeah, sometimes people stop streaming and sometimes you sort of like not stop you fall out of touch a little bit and you're like, okay, I like that person, but I haven't really been in their stream that much and I haven't been in mine, so I'm gonna because I'm not made of money, I'm gonna go sub to someone else, you know. That's yeah, that's kind of on the user. That's definitely on the user. That's wild though that like that many people would just forget, I guess, to check or I don't know. Wow. But also I would like 25 to 50K in subs. That would be nice. That would be amazing. Yeah, I was looking at some of the numbers that they posted and wow. That would be the dream. Well, one of the dreams. Being able to make like a living wage off of Twitch would be amazing. Oh well, maybe someday. Anyway, here's Alan Wake. And I do have sound on. To double check like for a third time. I do have sound on. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Anyway, how was your day? Did you guys do any how's the house? Because I'm guessing it was more house stuff today, right? You're talking, yeah. No, I know. That would be amazing. I want that much money from playing video games and talking on the internet. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to set off these explosives, and it's not working that well. There we go. You found out your couch is finally being delivered tomorrow. Congratulations! You ordered it in July. Oh no, that's a really long time. Where did you get it from? I know we, oh gosh, when did we get our couch? We had wanted the couch that we have now since like November of last year, and then I think we got it in July or August when it was finally in stock in IKEA. Trust no one in the dark. Okay. Thanks, game. I already don't. Where am I going? Ashley Furniture. Gotcha. I don't know if I've ever been to an Ashley Furniture. I'm sure I've seen their furniture, but yeah, that's like one furniture franchise I have like no comment on. Just like, it exists. Look at this very Twin Peaksy red armchair here. Yes, very good. That's a very, very red roomy armchair. I like it. It's like coated in red light and everything. Wow. It's just the COVID back order. Yes. Yeah. Well, I know IKEA's stock was really out of whack during COVID. I guess a lot of people wanted couches and things, but also just, pandemic messing up shipping and everything. So we really wanted the couch we have, and we almost settled a couple times for a different couch, and I'm really glad that we didn't, because that couch is hella comfy. It's so comfy. I like IKEA furniture a lot. Oh boy. What stopped this? From what? Oh, it fell up there? What is holding this up? Is it another tree? I can't really see it. Whatever. It's fine. I'll stop worrying about it. You actually didn't do house stuff today. You, Joseph, made dinner and you worked. That's about it. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. Gotta take those days. My day was good. I actually finished a to-do list today. For the first time in what feels like 3 years, I completed one of my to-do lists. Yay! At least, it's been at least several months, if not, it's been a while. Because as an adult, you constantly have, like, to-do lists, and it's just, it can be really overwhelming and hard to, like, mentally sort out, and, oops. And, it's easy to let it get away from you just because it's like, okay, where do I start? So what I did was
There's no way the flashbang grenades were Standard Power Company equipment.
So what I did was I sorted all of the things that were like under 15 minutes into a list. And like, this is stuff going back for a really long time. And I did all of the 15-minute stuff, and I felt pretty good about it. I was pretty happy. So I still have a ton of other stuff to do, but like, I got a big chunk of it out of the way, and that felt nice. And then I recorded the monologue I had to do, re-recorded, because I needed to. The first take was really just like a, like, do you like this? How about that kind of take. And then the one I recorded today was much better all around. I didn't flub any of the lines. That's important. Yay for completion. Yay, indeed. It feels good. It feels good. Okay. There we go. Cool. Anytime you plan for something to take 15 minutes, it always takes like 30 minutes to an hour. Right? Yep. I get that. I mean, this was stuff like, oh, change my card on Vimeo so that it doesn't charge my dad again. Which it has. So thanks, Dad. Ah! Getting assaulted on all sides here. There we go. That works. First world problems. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, mine were genuinely, I guess, under 15 minutes rather than exactly 15 minutes, because, yeah, it probably would be the same deal. Like, you know, respond to people and update some. You know, Katamari asked me what kind of things were on the list earlier, and I was like, yeah, like, clean up the living room, and I've forgotten, because I have forgotten. I don't know why. Just like, as soon as it's done, it's like, boop, done. No longer care. Don't need to store that anymore until it needs to be done in, like, 2 years from now. Whatever it is. Which I'm kind of okay with. I feel like I've got enough to manage up there. I don't need to form memories about... What? Oh, I posted on Twitter about my really cool die. Because it's really cool and I wanted people to see it. That was on the to-do list. Yeah, even dumb stuff like posts on Twitter was on my to-do list. So, I don't know. Priorities, I guess. You're getting Zoe licks. Aww. So sweet. Cute. Do you have salty hands or something? Tilly will lick our hands if we give her treats. Or, like, sometimes if they're very salty and she's in the mood for salty fingies. I don't know. Cats are weird. That's my verdict, ultimately. Great, but weird. Actually, Tilly, like, if Tilly's cleaning herself and then you stick your hand wherever she's cleaning, she will lick your hand and be kind of like, can you stop now? And it's funny. Great! Salty fingies! Hello, Bri! How you doing? Welcome in. You don't think they're salty? Or she could just be, being cute. I guess that's a possibility, too. They do that sometimes. We're constructing some graves in your living room. That's awesome, Bri. I'm glad that the Halloween decorating is going well. I'm excited to see your decorations. Part of me does want to decorate for Halloween this year. We didn't do any last year. Or the year before. Growing up, and they might still occasionally do it. I don't think they do it as much since me and my siblings have left home, but my dad always used to put like a giant spider web on the front porch. Not like the stringy cobwebby stuff you can buy at the store, but like he would take a bunch of rope and like make a spider web, and then we'd put spiders on it, like big fluffy spiders, because me and my sister are scared of spiders. Although I'm getting better at that. I'm getting over that to a degree, which is nice. English Coke, welcome in. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to apologize for that. I hope you're doing well. I hope it was good busy and not You know, like, oh God, busy. So yeah, welcome. Good evening. You don't know, you don't care that it feels like sandpaper ripping through your skin, right? It's cute, so it's okay. But yeah, next time one of them is, I mean, I'm sure maybe you guys have already tried this and I'm just being like, I'm like mansplaining cats to you. But try putting your hand wherever they're grooming, whenever, like, especially if they're flopped over and doing like the, you know, the arms spread or like the shoulder licks. Because we'll do that to Tilly all the time, and she'll give you like 2 licks and then be like, all right, fuck off now. Please go away. I'm trying to clean my body. And it's, I don't know. It's funny.
I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice.
We're jerks to her because we love her.
Gunpoint and make him talk.
Do I want? Yes, I do want pump action shotgun. Thank you. Much better. We're not really jerks with her. It's more just like, you know, we annoy her lightly. And she kind of does the same to us, so it's fair. They do that? Is that what I said? You're late with the graves, but you don't even have leaves on the ground yet. Yeah, that's a good point. Leaves are a huge part of your graves. Yeah, I get that. It is kind of weird. I'm like trying to gauge when I should bring some of my trees inside. And I need to sand a table to put the trees on. And when the leaves start falling, my plan is to gather them up and use them as like a protective bale to keep the elements out. But yeah, they haven't fallen yet, and it's, or even started to turn really, and it's a little weird. I'm slightly alarmed. I am not a gun person. Like, at all. But if I were a gun person, or if I was in a cartoon violence situation, pump shotgun. Yep, absolutely. I don't know why, they're just satisfying to use in video games. Like that. That's fun. Oh, man. There we go. Your boss had a 6-foot armored skeleton behind him in the frame today on a video call. Awesome. Awesome. You do that. Okay, sorry for catsplaining. I'm sorry. Please forgive. Please forgive. I'm a serial catsplainer. But then I think part of it is that Tilly's really weird in a lot of ways, so I'm not really sure. Just based on like my experiences with other cats and then with Tilly, and from what some people have told me, I never really know what is normal for cats and what is just her being like a strange little bean, you know? I'm sure there's plenty more things that she does, and also all cats do, that I realize. Didn't want to waste a whole bullet on that. So, for those of you who don't know, because I'm sure, I think most of you do, but some people might be like, oh yeah, she's strange. Prove it. And it's not really her fault. This isn't really her personality or anything. But she doesn't have any teeth. So, when she's very annoyed at you, she'll just wholesale bite your hand. Like the kind of biting that would be like aggressive and pierce your flesh if you had teeth. But she clearly knows she doesn't have teeth. And if she like actually wanted to hurt us, she would be using her claws, because her claws, she still has those, fortunately. because that's kind of messed up when cats get declawed. So yeah, she'll just bite our hands really, really hard with her toothless little mouth, and it's hilarious. But we get it. Most of the time, we stop bothering her after that. Like when she gets to the really hard chomps, that's like, please stop. So we stop. It's funny. She'll just sit there like a little sphinx and just like stretch her neck out and bite your hand. What a goof. Hey guys, I know you've been cat parents for near 10 years, but let me tell you, your hands licked by them. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. Sometimes I say things without thinking about them. Apologies. Oh no, it's a several on one situation. You know what this calls for? This. Yay! Ooh, moon. Oh, look at that. That's a good moon. Trying to get like a good frame without the flashlight beam. I don't know if that's gonna happen. That's fine. I am much better at thinking before I speak than I used to be, so that's good at least. Because I've said some dumb shit. Then again, who hasn't said some dumb shit? I was actually talking about this with Void in their stream last night, but if you don't...
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
If you don't occasionally lie in bed and go, what the heck, why did I do that? About anything, then, are you even human? I don't think so. Graves. Really old graves. Man. If you were really... I know. I'm also just sort of babbling. It's cool. I'm totally cool with you guys ribbing. Is it ribbing on? That sounds weird. I can't. Yeah, ribbing on me at this point. I am fine with that. Carry on. Did I throw a flashbang by accident? I did not mean to do that. Oh, okay. I also didn't mean to do that. Let's do... Oh, I should reload. Yeah. I feel like basically, yeah, if anyone has been here for months, you can make fun of me in my stream. I don't care. Although I guess it probably depends on the person and the content of the making fun of. But it really only seems like cool, fun people stick around, so I'm not too worried. I don't think I've ever had anyone say anything like actually mean to me in this stream, and if I do, I've totally forgotten. If I have, I've totally forgotten, and that's cool. You like to bring up hazelnuts every so often. That is true. That is true. It's funny though. It's cool. So you have made fun of me, but it's not mean. It's just a true incident of how I broke my tooth on a hazelnut in banana bread. When was that? Was that like early 2020? Yeah, I think it was, because I remember being really frustrated that my tooth was cracked open and I couldn't get anyone to fix it because dentists were closed. I think it was like April 2020. That's wild. Yeah, that there was a period of time where I was like, can't go to the dentist because I might die. Gosh, we've come a long way. And at the same time, 2021 has been just as fucked up and chaotic. Still been a really weird and difficult year. But at least we can go to the dentist now, and your tooth doesn't have to be open because you cracked it on a hazelnut. My dentist was straight up like, oh my god, you must have... Oh shit, I'm forgetting what they're called. But like the linings of your nerves in your teeth. I'm forgetting the word for it. But he was like, wow, you've got some really thick nerve protectors.
The place was dead.
I'm
a ghost town.
spitballing here.
Decades, maybe a century.
On your teeth, because Like, he came in and looked at it and was like, I did not expect you. And I was just like, hey, what is happening? Why are things exploding right now? Nope. Okay. I was wondering if they were explosive. Because apparently most people would have been in like severe pain because it was open. Like the root was kind of exposed. That's how much it cracked. And a lot of people apparently wouldn't have been as okay as I was. Like it hurt a little bit occasionally, but it wasn't like, okay, calm down, car. I'll have none of that. Thank you. So yeah, that's wild. I guess my mom is also similar with that. She also has the nerve protectors. Myelin sheaths, that's what it's called. Yes, okay. I just remembered. They're myelin sheaths. They are around the nerves. I don't know if it's just in your mouth or if it's all your nerves, but yeah. Let's see. Definitely early pandemic because I made a bunch of breads. That is true. I did make a bunch of breads. I'm actually working on a video about the breads I made. I don't know if I talked about that, if you remember that back then, but I made a ton of different, like little different breads using different flours, and then Katamari and I tried them all, and some of them were awful, and a few of them were okay, and I'm making a video about it because I've got all this footage that I haven't used. And I need to record. I always like to record. I like to record stuff and then put video to it. It's just, your voice gives you a sort of outline to work with. And even on your timeline, because then you can just put stuff in and you can see where you have gaps instead of like trying to gather all of your pieces and shoving them together. I like to start from that and then go work, I guess, top down. I forget where I was going. That sounded like I had something to say after that, but apparently not. Yes, I am working on that. That video. Which... Oh, to the tooth? Coke? Yeah, because there was a hazelnut in banana bread, which is really good for the record. Crushed hazelnuts in banana bread. Surprisingly good. I didn't think they would go together initially, but oh fuck. Oh shit, I didn't die. Wow. Whoops. Yeah, and then I think I had a patched over cavity that wasn't properly excavated before they put the seal or the filling on, and it just kind of like hollowed out, and then that tooth had previously like not disintegrated, but a chunk of that tooth had previously fallen out like while I was showering one day back in like 2016. Once again, because it was a cavity that was still just like going on under where they had put the filling, and then a dentist had sealed it. A different dentist had sealed it back up for me. So it was weak to begin with, and then it just, yeah, it was bad times. There we go. The origin story of Zoe is that you went to the shelter to look at another cat, and Zoe came out of the cage and started licking Tay's hand, and that was it. Zoe came home with you. Aw, that's really sweet. That's so cute. The other cat you were looking at online was her sibling. Aw. That's sweet. I like that. Tilly was in the vet's office when... Oh, God. This story... Hold on. You can't wait to see the video? Of course you remember. Hell yeah, Bri. Yeah. I need to... I keep, like, making schedules and then getting into the schedule and then falling out of the schedule and then getting into the schedule and then falling out of the schedule. And I keep having to remind myself that I'm still, like, technically recovering from, like, a massive mental episode at the beginning of the year. And like, it's okay if you're kind of shitty for a while. Like, not that I want to be, but, like, you gotta forgive yourself for things and also give yourself time to heal. But I'm trying to get back into it. Let me read this in a hokey voice. Hold on. Gray Peak Gorge, originally founded in 1928, the Gray Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements at the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years here were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Gray Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. There we go. All right, back to my serious story about my cat. Bread video. Hopefully it'll be good. But it'll definitely be a video. So, in 2015, right around now, I think a little closer to my birthday, my parents were visiting, and we were walking around New Haven, me, Katamari, and my parents. And there was this facility, I guess you would call it, near our house that was called the New Haven Cat Project, where people could bring their cats to get spayed or neutered, which is great, and that should be free and accessible to everyone because, you know, there's too many pets that get put down all the time. And anyway, somebody had left this cat carrier in front of this place in the middle of October. It was actually cold, like it's supposed to be. And there was this gray cat inside of it. And we were like, oh no, what do we do? There's a cat in here. We can't just leave this cat out in the cold. So we brought her back. The floor under us at the time didn't have any tenants, and for some reason our landlord left it open. So we just kind of, we took her in there, and we left her in a room downstairs and gave her space and gave her a can of tuna or something. And yeah, so we named her Mulligan. And she was a very sweet tabby lady, very shy. She spent a lot of time hiding in closets, but once a day in the morning, she would come out and she would say hi and she'd meow a bit, and then she would go and do her thing. And we could hear her playing in the middle of the night because we got her a bunch of toys. And then all right. Oh, more furniture. So then I think 4 months after we got her, she started having a hard time breathing one night. She was doing this weird panting thing, and it sounds really shitty to say, but we hadn't actually taken her to the vet yet, just because we didn't really have a lot at that time, and she seemed fine and healthy, and we were like, okay, we'll take her in a few months. She's good for now. She's got her needs. And just, I don't know, being young and stupid, it never ended up happening. So then when she started having issues breathing, we took her in, and it turned out that basically she was having heart failure. One of her lungs was full of liquid, and she had, even if an extremely expensive procedure was performed, she had less than 50% chance of survival, which was so sad. It was so we saved this cat. She was living a good life, and then turns out that the reason she was probably dumped is because they probably knew she was sick. And it just, oh god, I'm getting assaulted by a train. This is not the time for this. Okay. My bad for telling a story like this in a game where you can get assaulted by flying objects. There we go. Okay. Anyway, we said goodbye, and it was It was really tough, and we gave her like a really good last couple months. What I was saying is somebody probably dumped her there because she was sick, and that's garbage. I don't know how you could do that to a member of your family, even if you can't afford or whatever. You see them out, like, I don't know. Also, we had assumed that she was still pretty young because she just looked young because we didn't know that much about cats at the time, and turns out she was probably at least 8, which it's not super old, but it's not like a baby either. Anyway, you know, we had to make the call to put her to sleep, and it was really rough. But while we were leaving the vet's office, all like tear streaked and just like devastated, um, we passed. They had like an adoption window, and we're walking by, and this goofy little black and white cat is inside this big window area, and she just kind of like sees us, sort of like trundles up, looks up at us and goes, and then like eats. Like she like squeaks at us through the glass, and then like it's like, guess I'll eat. And it was like she recognized how we felt, and she like came to say hi, and then she was like, guess I'll eat then. And it was like, all right, this is a cool cat, but I don't know. And Katamari uh kind of right away was like, I like this cat. This is a good cat. I would like to meet this cat. I wasn't about it. I was thinking, okay, we just said goodbye to our first cat. Let's give it some time. Um so when I was at school or off doing something for school, Katamari went back and he met this cat. And he was like, this cat she's really shy, but she's sweet. I really like her. She and I were playing. I think you'd really like her. And I was like, I don't know. So finally he convinced me to go and see her. And I like went off to go. I was like, all right, I gotta go use the bathroom. And I went to use the bathroom. And Katamari went in with the lady who runs the adoption agency. And they were sitting in the room, like sort of rolling a ball for her. And she was hiding under the chair on one side. And I went in the room, and she saw me. She was under the chair, and she saw me, and she like dashed out from under the chair, like came right up to me and like looked up and looked me in the face, and then kind of like realized what she did, and then was like, oh, like ran back under the chair. And the lady who ran the shelter was like, you need to take this cat home because she has literally never done that before. That's not usual behavior for her. You need to take her. And then I was like, okay, I'll think of, we can't make a rash decision. Um, and then like later on, Katamari went out to go find. Her name is Mary. She runs the adoption. He went out to go find her. Um, and I was just in the room with her. And then he came back and he like looked through the glass at her, and she like looked up at him and like made just this like precious squeaky noise while like looking him in the eye. And it was just like, all right, I guess we gotta take this cat now. and and like, I don't know, it feels like Mulligan was really important. She was our first pet together, and she was such a sweet girl. And then she led us to Tilly, kind of. I'm not like oh, everything happens for a reason, but like I like to celebrate how certain things in life lead to other amazing things, even if it was totally coincidental or whatever. So like I love Mulligan for being our first pet together, and also for being the harbinger of Tilly. As yeah. Also, it's funny, like even now Tilly is one of the most emotionally intelligent people I know. And it's funny to like look back at how she seemed to recognize how sad we were. And like now, like when either of us are like having like a hard day, she'll just boop, she's just there, you know. I'm gonna tear up talking about all this, so I'm gonna keep playing Alan Wake. But that's my Tilly story. I don't know if I missed anything important. I'm sure Katamari will mention it if I missed anything important. I just it's funny to consider the fact that I was like, I don't know if I want another cat right away, and oh, she's not gonna have any teeth. She's gonna have health problems. Gonna have to worry about that. I love this cat. I'm obsessed with this cat. Is she under here? I don't know where she is right now, but she's an angel, and I love her so much. And I loved Mulligan so much. Cats are great. That's the end of my story. If anyone in this chat is ever like, you know what, I want to get an animal, adopt an adult cat or dog. They are the least, like, everyone wants a puppy or a kitten, and I get that. But take a look at the adult animals. They sit in shelters for a long time. Tilly sat in a shelter for like 2 years before we took her home, because she was scared of people for for one, because she came off the street and she was like, really beat up and just not in good shape, and so she was terrified of people. So no one really wanted to give her a chance for that. But also she was an adult, and people are like, yeah, I want a kitten. But this cat is such a good being. She's so sweet. She's so goofy. I love her so much. And like Hope, Rich's Katamari's parents' dog, she was rescued as an adult too, and she's also she smiles when she sees me. You know that dog smile where they do the crinkly the crinkly nose thing. It's so cute. So yeah, that's the moral of the story. Get yourself an adult rescue animal. They are some of the best animals in the world. They're so sweet. They're grateful, but it's not like then they'll be grateful. But like you get to form a bond because you're like, you're finding each other, and that's really important. Okay, we're gonna play Alan Wake now. I'm gonna stop talking about my cat in this way.
I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
I forget what the name for it is, but like that actor was totally doing shoot. So one of the things you see a lot in Japanese horror movies is the positioning of the eye. You'll get that like white over the eye kind of effect as opposed to white under the eye. Like white under the eye is more of a, like demure, like timid, gentle. Whereas like white over the eye, you guys know what I mean when I say that, right? Like seeing the sclera above the iris or under the iris. Seeing the sclera above the iris denotes more of like a psychosis or like extreme horror. And it is something you see a lot in like Japanese horror, especially. I do really like Japanese horror. You call band name Harbinger of Tilly, album cover incoming. That would be all right. I'll listen to that band, Pry. I'll be your #1 fan. That sounds like a great band. It's got that like metal, but also like metal but heartfelt sort of sound to it. I would totally listen to that. Metal ass name. Oh yeah. Ah, fuck. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the really long side story, side quest, side tangent. I don't know. I don't think I've ever told that story in its entirety on stream, so there we go. Wonder where that little peanut is. Probably out there. Hanging with her daddy. Yeah, we talk to her like she's a baby. What about it? What are you gonna do? You gonna come to my house and be mad at me because I talk to my cat like she's a little baby? Huh? Is that what you're gonna do? You better not. I'm really good at yelling. So, nope. I don't know what I'm doing. I like this game. I forgot how I think I was talking about this the other night. Like, I don't remember if I liked this game this much the first time I played it, but I like it a lot now. I'm very interested.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
All right. CC Cleaner, get out of here. Stop blocking my chat. Rude. Just does the little pop-up in the corner and perfectly blocks my chat. Ugh. All right. Let's get some mirror peek. So does anyone else have any heartfelt stories about animals? You are welcome to share. I think, because I've been getting back into training her, I'm sort of still teaching her how to do a skill check. But, okay. But next I might do either... Well, I'm teaching her how to do spin, which is funny. It's taking a long time, though. That one's a little bit more complicated to teach than smack the dice, you know? And then I think I'm gonna get her back on her harness and do some more leash training at some point. Might teach her to, you know, like walk and heel, like, you know, proper leash training. Inside the house this time. Because she does get a little nervous outside. But it's fun to take her out there. Alright, this is a very, very dusty mine. Wow. It's like it's been sealed for ages, and now I'm just coming in here, but it's been open to the elements, so this feels a little excessive. Also, I'm pretty sure they've used this texture in, like, Soma for the underwater portions. I feel like I see this texture a lot whenever there's particles in games. Okay. Yes? Tunnels go to Cauldron Lake. And then where does this go? Wait, so... Okay, that way, I guess. Yes, I know, I hear you. I'll be right there. Give me a second. I need to see what's over here because I have a compulsion to do so in all video games. There might be stuff over here. There is stuff over here. Oh, page. Oh, well, now I can't go back the other way and explore the other way. It just occurred to me. I don't know why. Ah, never mind. Looks like I have to. Oh, hey. Okay. There we go. Great. So before I started stream, Katamari and I had this really good, like, chocolate sampler, I guess. It's not, like, technically chocolate, but, like, that's the closest comparison I can make. It was like matcha chocolate. And it was 3 different kinds with, like, varying matcha types and amounts. And it was really good. It was like a tiny little snack. It was like small little portions for you to sample. It was really tasty. I like things like that. Apparently the same company does one that's just like a line of chocolate in varying cocoa amounts. And I want to try that too.
Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Hold on. There we go. Good. Precarious. Very precarious. It'd be interesting if in a video game you could play as a character who like is really, really agile and like fast, accurate jumps, all that, but then as soon as you get near like heights, they get like just creeped out by the fall. I feel like that would be interesting and realistic. All right, let's try that. Cuz I'd be like doing that like thing, you know, checking everywhere. Not that I'm afraid of heights, but you know, don't get do-overs in real life. Unfortunately. Actually, I know that there is an anti-piracy measure in Mirror's Edge where the game starts off totally normal, but if you've got a pirated copy, your character will slow down as they approach the ledge to the point where you can't make the first jump, which is very funny. Okay, here we go. Great. Done. Bam. Ow. That felt very true to life. For me. Not necessarily for Alan Wake, but for me anyway. Yup, as in like, yup, they should be freaked out by heights. Cause yeah. Alright, then I need a oh, you know about the wait, what is control? That sounds familiar. For a moment, I was like, oh yeah, Mirror's Edge. No, you said you typed out the word control, not Mirror's Edge. What is control? Because they're in the same universe as, wait, Alan Wake and Control? Or Alan Wake and Mirror's Edge? Oh, I should probably get out of here. That's not a good sign. Good sound, rather. Yep, to the Mirror's Edge thing. Oh, okay. Cool. I love anti-piracy measures. They're so interesting. Not all of them. Some of them are pretty lame, but like there's definitely like I know the Spyro games have had interesting anti-piracy measures. There's at least one of them that'll let you play most of it, but then as soon as it'll just keep getting like glitchier and glitchier until it'll just exit on you during the final boss and kick you right back out to the start. Oh man. Alright. Why do I feel like I'm gonna have to go up? Probably because it's a lookout. Okay. Moon! Flares! Oh! Goody. Both made by Remedy. Oh, Alan Wake and Control, both made by Remedy. Interesting. Okay. This sounds like Deadly Premonition. Wait, what sounds like Deadly Premonition? Something in this game? You need the Alan Wake remaster now for sure. I am curious to see... Is that out already? I'm curious to see how it looks and feels compared to this. Oh, the glitch measures in Spyro. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, focus. Let's see. I have to go up there? Okay. I think it's out. Ah. Yeah, I'll have to look when, especially after I'm done with this game. I'm curious. 4K. Really? Oh. I'm especially curious about like the character animation though, because like they really tried with the character animation in this, and there's just moments of pure uncanny valley when they start speaking. Yeah. Thanks, Nightbot. It's funny that I still have that command active, the time for some water command, because I'm pretty good about keeping myself hydrated these days. But when I first started streaming, it was a little tough. I wasn't as good of it. Good. I think it's a weird car that I'm hearing. It's like I'm hearing either. Yeah, it's a weird car. Thunder or strange muffled explosions somewhere. Someone's very bad car is going by. That's weird. Okay. Sorry about that. It's like, what the fuck is going on outside? But yeah, I really don't need a reminder to keep myself hydrated as much anymore. Just because it's kind of hard to not know when your mouth gets all gummy and gross. Like, oh, I should probably drink a sip of water or two. You know, you get a feel for it.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Like a car making weird garbage truck sounds, but definitely a smaller car. Or small thunder or small explosion sounds. That's it. I'm waiting for this to break down. Anytime there's a cable car in a horror game. Oh, okay, or there's crows. Ah, oh, frick. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, Flare. Where are they coming from? I don't see them. I don't see them. Oh, cool. I love that. Oh, God, okay. The fact that he managed to stay on for that long is very impressive. Oh, hey, fellas. Just reloading everything. I like the flare gun. No, that's a pretty normal flare gun. I misremembered how it looked. I thought it was gonna be more like Pyros from Team Fortress, but okay. Hello, train car. Let me get out of your way. All right. A whole ass train car. I think if that happened, like if I was just walking along and a train car dropped in front of me, like several feet in front of me, I think I would just stand there screaming for like, I don't know, a good 20 minutes. Just screaming. Not a thought, not a single thought in my head. Just like yelling and just hooting and hollering about how I almost got hit by a train car falling out of the sky. That would be my honest to goodness response. Because what other response is appropriate at that time? You almost got smushed by a train car falling from the sky. You can scream for 20 minutes. It's allowed. Although he's off to find his wife, so I think I would maybe scream and walk at the same time. Maybe to kill two birds with one stone, make sure I'm not late. Or just like scream and just kind of like keep going at the same time. Multitask. I'm a good multitasker. Just kidding, I'm really not. I'm a bad multitasker. But I think I'm a good multitasker, and that's a problem. I am not a good multitasker. But I feel like we're kind of presented with this multitasking ideal. And we all want to be a great multitasker. But we're not. At least I do. I wish I was a great multitasker. I guess it probably depends on the task I'm doing as well. I'm kind of like one of those people who needs, like in an ideal situation, I need both parts of my brain to be active. So like it's hard for me to do activity that's just menial sometimes unless I have like something to listen to, for instance. And that's why podcasts are great. I suspect I'm not the only person out there in the world like that. In fact, I know I'm not. That was sarcasm. Was it sarcasm? What is the strict definition of sarcasm? I think it was sarcasm. Cauldron Lake. Wait. Cauldron Lake, the 8th deepest lake in the world. Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970, and even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folktales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Cool. Is it down there? What am I looking at? All I see is not Cauldron Lake. I just see... Or is that it over there? I see roads, I think? Alright, whatever. Caldera Lakes are pretty cool. I would like to see a Caldera Lake in person at some point. I also want to see caves that have plants inside of them. There's a lot of things I want to see. I also want to see, like, redwood trees. That would be neat. I want to travel more. But traveling is expensive. So that sucks. Thanks, older generations. I'm just kidding. I don't know who specifically to blame for that one. Alright. On a rickety bridge, what could go wrong? Nothing. Nothing could go wrong ever. It's fine. I'm not... Aha! I've made it off the bridge! Yay! Satisfying. I do like the slow-mo for that. That's fun. So just talking about Caldera Lakes. Yes. I think maybe my favorite geological feature? Maybe. That's kind of hard to say because there's a lot of cool ones out there. But my favorite geological feature might be Drumlins, just because it's a fun name. And where I grew up, there was a ton of Drumlins. In fact, I think there was a country club near us, and I say country club because it was more like they have a pool and a tennis court and you can get a hot dog, which is like the kind of place that I live. Not rednecky, but also like had spots that were, I'm sure there were other country clubs, as Steve Brule would say. I'm sure there were other country clubs around in the area that were like actually, you know, like Arrested Development style country clubs and not, you know, Drumlins. We have hamburgers. That's something I haven't thought about in a while. Yeah. Going to the pool in the summer. Like, iffy public pools. But, like, not iffy in, like, a scummy way. Just iffy in an average way. Because, let's face it, a lot of pools are totally average. They're not luxurious. They're not vacation pools. They're just a big old concrete bathtub somebody poured into an unused lot, and then everyone goes and puts their bodies in it without a whole lot of clothing on. And sometimes it smells really, really chlorine-y, which I'm sure many of you know means there's a lot of pee in the pool. Which is why my parents' pool smells like nothing, because nobody pees in that pool. Because we're adults, and that's gross, man. I guess that's why the chlorine exists, though. It's nice having a pool that you can just, like, walk into. I didn't really get a chance to swim this year, though. I only got in it, like, once. When I was home for a close friend's wedding. I think I went in it in July. Maybe I also went in it in June, because she had a bridal shower in June. I don't really remember. But then I don't remember if we went in August. Whatever. Didn't really get a chance to go in it too much. Maybe once or twice. Our family dog, Maggie, really likes to just let herself into the pool after long walks. Which is funny, because our dog, when I was growing up, Abby, was not allowed in the pool. So she would just run around the outside of the pool, getting all worked up and barking at us. Not like... And we would, like, you know, kind of feed into that, not in a mean way, just like in a haha we're playing kind of way. It was fun. I remember goofing around with my mom and she and Abby getting all like, what the heck is going on here? And it was very cute and funny. But yeah, Maggie will just let herself into the pool. It's super cute. Tom, 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 I miss you, Tom, 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 Tom. I curse you, Thomas Zane, Tom, Tom, Tom. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Tom, Tom, you talked to me on TV. CW plus Tom Zane, Tom, Tom, I miss you, Tom. Okay, that's some good graffiti. It's very informative. Oh, here's the Twin Peaks red chair again. Can I want to knock it over, but I don't think I can. I think it's supposed to... Why can't I walk off this chair? Okay, that was weird. I couldn't walk off, like... I can't... I'm stuck on this chair! I'm stuck on this chair unless I turn around. This chair is... What the heck is up with this chair? I don't like that chair. That chair gives me the creeps. My nose is itchy. Okay, I'm good now. Let's go check out the rest of this styling apartment. Household. Place. Shotgun? Yeah. Thank you. That's not a sound you want to hear when you're in a very old and compromised structure. I really want to go urban exploring, but at the same time, I'm aware of how extremely dangerous that is. It is not... That's not a safe hobby, but it's a really cool hobby. But it's not a safe hobby. And I think if I... Because that can happen. That kind of shit. That was a triumphant jump there. Nope, nope, nope. Everybody back the fuck up. Cool. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Great. Gotta reload. Okay. Alright, so don't stand there. I wonder if you, like, preemptively... Frick. Preemptively go around, if it'll still find a way to send you back down there, or if it's like, oh, okay, well... You outsmarted us. Good job. Take your victory and go. There we go. It's over here. Uh-huh. Checkpoint. Is there anything out here? So I know that, like, trauma dumping is a thing that streamers talk about occasionally, and I've talked about it, how, like, I used to have when people do that. You know, like, people using a Twitch streamer basically... Oh, okay, hold on.
I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Yeah, people using the streamer as like a free therapist. I wonder if the opposite ever happens, where a streamer's like, "Hey, chat, I'm gonna tell you all about my problems today. I'm gonna trauma dump on my chat," which I guess wouldn't really be trauma dumping because it's your stream and you're allowed to do what you want. But
I was close now.
I wonder if that's a
had to
thing.
get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
I guess to an extent. You know, sometimes people just need to talk.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, lady. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball. You see? They got him writing for us. Please. Please. Oh. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me.
Okay, guess I'm gonna. Oh, I don't know where that was coming from. I assumed it was coming from the boat. Yeah, I feel like hearing somebody who was claiming they kidnapped your loved one saying they're probably dead. I feel like that would be a less than fun feeling to have. I feel like that'd be pretty gut-wrenching. It's always wild to me, and I know why it's done because it looks cinematic, but like whenever somebody falls into water and they're like spread star like that, I guess, but then they don't break their neck. Wild. Like,
Previously on Alan
should
Wake.
tuck your chin and cover your, but you know, doesn't look as good.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
And you probably wouldn't think of it as you were going down, but still.
The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. There you go, Alan. Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient in my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
I like how he's wearing the exact same outfit. Like they just pulled him out of the lake and they were like, perfect. Just like slap him on the bed like a wet fish in his wet clothes. Done. Good.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah, I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message, loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk in some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Yeah, this is where the game gets kind of weird, I remember. A little mindfucky.
This corridor is for patients.
Corridor?
Most of
Oh,
them are
fuck
here
you,
right
dude.
now. Jack took
Corridor.
them on a fishing
Not
trip,
corridor.
except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable. of course.
Disgusting.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
That's a fancy ass elevator. I do not care for it. But I will get in. And then I just slap all of the buttons. Just like, psh.
Now,
That's how they
Alan,
know I'm
from
crazy.
past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusion?
Is there an option to just walk? Let me see. Key bindings. Oh, control. Great. One grave done, sans leaves. Well done, Bri. Hell yeah.
Just a
That's exciting.
manifestation of your subconscious mind
There we go.
trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Where's Barry? Is Barry here too? I forget. This is a really pretentious sundial. I hate it.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
I like surprise storms. They're kind of my
What I'm
favorite.
telling you is good news. Right
They're
now,
like
we're
a
in
special
control.
treat
Every time you have a relapse,
that I didn't know
it's
was
all
coming.
more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you.
I like how the light looks before a storm. They've captured it well here.
Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well. It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the
I
illness.
let him
This
talk.
guy talks more than I
He
do.
obviously loved his own voice. His words echoed madly.
That's a
through his
lot.
head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can
You
begin
meant
the
that for your
journey
mom.
towards your recovery.
I see. I
Come along.
see.
Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here.
I think that guy is from Half-Life 2 over there.
Doors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
That character model's from Half-Life 2, I'm pretty sure.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson,
I like how the mouth is moving.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video games. It's trash, of course, but it does involve some small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Wonder if he's named after somebody on the dev staff.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Wait, are we done with our walk?
Hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a
Tor?
a heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm. Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, got any booze on you?
Yeah, No.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula, local ingredients. Medicine clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed leather patches on
His-
the elbows. That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just
This
lost
voice.
is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all, taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
That's
And the
not.
Ravens, what were they?
That's not. Oh shit! What is his name?
Ag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what
The
she
guy who does
does.
Bender? That's not him, is it? I forget his name.
This place, the lake,
This-
gives you power.
He sounds
If
like a
you're
character from
creative
Vampire the
and
Masquerade, who
wise,
is also voiced
oh,
by the guy who does Bender, whose name is totally escaping me right now.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and raw.
I was gonna say Bill from Left 4 Dead for a moment, but then I was like, no, way more like Bender. Alright, let's see. Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and/or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. There we go. John DiMaggio. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, he sounds like John DiMaggio. High fives. Oh, yes. Okay, you both said it. Good work. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Great. The Creator's Dilemma, the engaging new book by Emil Hartman, PhD, the author of best-selling Creative Flow, is groundbreaking techniques, engagement therapy, and the flow explained in his own words. I don't know why in the story Alice is like, oh, because he can't seem to write, I think. But, I don't know. Whatever. Alright, here we go. What if I just stood here? Hold those doors open with my body. Okay. Oh, I want to jump on stuff. Also, I'm sad that we didn't get more thunderstorms this summer, especially thunderstorms like this, where it's like the ozone kind of crackles around you, and you're like, "Oh, it's coming! Storms are coming!" Because I love those. Those are my favorite. Like where you can sort of smell it, and you see the plants start to kick up, and there's like the low thunder in a distance, and it just kind of like slowly creeps up on you and builds. I love that.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
But there's doors over. Nah. This way. No thanks. Can't get that way. I'm gonna climb on these tables. Because I can. Because I'm. Oh, then no, I can't. It's not been programmed in, I guess.
Because I'm too scary for them.
Go talk to this guy. Hello.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr.
Hartman
Hartman
wanted me to
likes
write.
them.
I
He has
knew I
them in
couldn't,
his office.
but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
I go this way. Move to South Carolina. You'll have storms like that almost every day in the summer. Don't tempt me. But South Carolina. But don't tempt me. Wait, are you guys in South Carolina or North Carolina? It's very hot. I know that. But that does sound kind of great. I do love thunderstorms. Katamari's parents were considering.
Something's
Oh,
wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
spooky. I like that. For the third time, you are in South Carolina. Sorry. Yep. Yep. Yes, you are. Siri and a few other people are in North Carolina. I think that's why I'm getting confused, but there we go. Sorry. What is that? Oh, it's a deer. Yeah. My grandparents. Wait a minute. What's that? Hold on. What's on the lake there? I can't like zoom in on it, but there's like two little dots. There's like a fish shape. Then another fish shape under it. I don't think they're fish. Is it supposed to be a boat? What the heck is that? All right, that's bothering me now. I gotta walk away. Yeah, my grandmother still lives in North Carolina, and it is oppressively hot. I don't know if I could handle that.
The power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
I remember being there one time, I think high school or early undergrad, and it was so hot that like the vegetation was kind of just like gray almost, and I was extremely like anxious and depressed at the time, so it didn't help.
The white glare of the blank.
So I have less of those, way less of those episodes now, so that's good.
My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here. Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't Love Town. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had to come in. I could get the key to the office room from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
But yeah, it's funny, before, like, earlier this year, like, you know, I did have, like, a mental thing at the beginning of this year, and that, like, a little bit, actually, right before my birthday last year, although that one was way, way shorter and way, way less, potent, lasting, whatever. Before that, I hadn't had one of those episodes in like 2 or 3 years, and like when I was in high school, they would be maybe like I'd have a small one once per year, and then it kind of became once every other year, and then the pandemic happened, and I had a really, really, really long one that part of me wants to be like, did I experience some degree of, like, psychosis sounds way too dramatic, but it affected me a lot. Like, my thinking was not normal at the beginning of the year. It was not fun. Anyway, let's look at this painting.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge.
This is a terrible photo.
Next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper.
It's a
Hartman
terrible
had been
photo.
all along.
Yeah, psychosis sounds really dramatic. It was a really bad, very... Barry's here?
Barry? Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no. The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy out. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Cool. Gun and manuscript.
These were all the pages I had already. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
He just murdered a man by way of darkness, and he's like, heh.
Presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Like, dang, Alan. It's ruthless, dude. Like, I get it. Oh. But, you know, a guy did just die. Oh, I did. You know, maybe save the smirk for a little bit later. Okay. That's not good. Aha. Gotta get rid of all this furniture in here before I can go anywhere. Alright, that should be enough, I think. Okay. Escape the clinic. Got it. Oh, really can't go back that way. Okay. A lot of furniture in here. Ow, I got hit by a shelf. Okay. Is there anything else? Nope, just the flare. Just the one flare. Okay. I guess... Okay. It's good that I realized that was what that was for. And didn't just use it all willy-nilly. Okay, I can't go out that way. Did it open the... Alright, it's gonna... There we go! Hi, okay. Alright, that's, Alan, you gotta go faster, man. 'Cause that... You're gonna get murdered by a giant globe. Alright. This way. Oh no! Do I have to wait for the globe to open it? Hey globe, can you open this door for me? I tried. I didn't do a very good job, but great, okay. I'm free. Yay.
But the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Thanks.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
Oh, hey, bud. Sorry, just looking at Tilly. Chronic, hello! Physics. Physics? Physics. A maze. Yep. Gonna have to go through the conveniently placed hedge maze at this psychiatric facility. Psychiatric facility, which I think, if I recall correctly, the plot is supposed to be like he's stealing art from these people. Okay, not that way. Anyway, how you doing, Chronic? Welcome in. How's your evening been? Alright. Has anyone here actually ever been in a hedge maze? I have been in one hedge maze. It wasn't a very big one. And I figured it out. Oh, hi. Fellow? Oops. There we go. Nothing keeps the mentally troubled calm with a labyrinth of fear. Yeah? Okay, here we go. Yes, indeed. How is your character sheet coming? There's a lot of questions on this past one, so if you got questions, let me know. I realized it was not the most user-friendly. Did I just go to Big Circle? I can't tell. I can't tell anymore. I think I'm bad at mazes. Oh no! It's a guy with a knife. It's an office worker with a knife. There we go. Okay. Also, I think if there was an emergency situation, couldn't you just, like, push through the hedge? Like, it would be a little scratchy, but it wouldn't be impossible to do. That's what I'd do anyway. Like, it's just a bush. It's just a fancy bush in a confusing shape. You're torn between two things, but you shall panic and choose one. Maze hedges are notoriously thick. Thick? Those thick bushes. I mean, that's what they are. They're just confusing bushes. But I guess it would depend on the type of hedge. I wonder what the standardized hedge bush is. Like, if there's... Oh, hey! It's the nurse. Like, if there is, like... Oh, this is the official standard for mazes? Oh, and there's birds? Oh, that's cool. Can you not? There we go. Got him. Nothing like shooting the person who was oppressing you. Or restraining you, or whatever you want to call it a moment ago. Hey, flare gun, that's handy. They, like, weave together like fabric. Nature is cruel that way. Fair enough. Wait, have you been in a hedge maze, Chronic? Or is this Japes? Sometimes I cannot tell. Wait, is that affected by darkness too? Oh, no, it's okay. I know there's a lot of, like, really gnarly plants out there where, like, if you really wanted to make a hedge that no one could get through, there's some nasty plants you can choose. Like, oh, what is it? There's this plant in Mexico, and I think it's got a name along the lines of, like, Dead Woman's Hand or something. Because the leaves are hand-shaped, and if they touch your skin, they leave, like, a red handprint-looking shape, and they're really painful. But that's not as bad as there's, like, a tree in Australia that people have, like, killed themselves after coming into contact with because the pain is so bad, especially if it's burnt, or especially if you're like, I need a leaf for toilet paper. I guess I'll use this one. Like, which sounds awful. I'm trying to remember. And that's like a thing that people have actually done by accident. And that sounds awful. I can't remember what it's called. There's some very interesting plants out there. Oh, hi. I thought the bush was attacking me for a moment. That was going to be a change of pace. There we go. You have, can't remember where, but they have like branches that have some give. So when they weave together, they stretch but don't break. Oh, wow. Okay. Huh. That's pretty cool. That's pretty legit. Good for those henges. They're really pulling their weight as henges. Impressive. I think the ones that we were around weren't quite that advanced plant-wise. Like, I wouldn't want to go through them, but I'm pretty sure you could have if you needed to. Great. Emil made Tom do it. Okay. Emil. I forget who Emil is. Imagine if Emil is just like a distant cousin of Emir from Killer 7. It's a game conspiracy. What is this just a pond? A weird gated sheltered pond? I don't like it. This looks like the kind of pond you would bury somebody in. Just in concrete or whatever. This water's been not. So it has. So it has. It's alright. Oh, there it is. Cool. There's the cache. Got it. Ah. I opened the lid and rose with it. Weird. I love game physics. They're so silly. Okay. There's something just like sterile and weird about this little water feature here, though. I think particularly with the fence, like if there wasn't a fence, maybe it would be a little less creepy, but there's something about it. It's just like, no, I don't think so. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just don't. I gotta figure out when to bring our plants in. I think I was talking about this a bit earlier, but it's been so warm. Just like, I might as well leave them out there for a little bit longer if it's gonna be in the 70s. It doesn't make sense to bring them in. But, gosh. Oh, I can't knock over this plant. I don't know why I'd want to, but I was curious to see if I could. There's Barry. Looking kind of blurry.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Hi, Tilly. What are you doing? Hello. Hello.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it.
Haha. Where did these guys come from? Hold on. Tilly's sitting right next to the monitor and being very, very, very cute. You're very cute. I love you. I love you. She's so good. What a good little bean. You're such a good little bean. Yeah. All right.
Oh, hey, found a corner. I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a twig. Here it is! Al, I found the key! Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before. It happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
All right.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Well, just yelled at him. He was just yelling.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Heck, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a take-it! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Great.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Mally the Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
All right. And I think this is a pretty good spot to call it for the night. Yeah. Exciting stuff. All right. Let's see. Let's go see who's online. Why not? Let's go to Hooch. Hooch is streaming some Smash. So, yeah, let's go hang out, see what he's up to. And that is it for me tonight. So, hold on. That is it for me for the night. There we go. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow at around sometime between 8:30 and 9 for some more Alan Wake. And yeah. Until then, I'll see you then. Yeah. All right, that is it for the night shift with Respawn Machine. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care, friends. Good night.